Today, we are covering economic indicators for the Series 65 exam, specifically focusing on how to classify leading, lagging, and coincident indicators. The exam will give you a list of economic data points and ask you to identify which category they fall into. Let's break down the most commonly tested examples. Leading indicators are forward-looking and attempt to predict where the economy is heading. The most important one to know is the S&P 500. The stock market is considered a leading indicator because its movements are based on expectations of future corporate profits and economic growth. Another key leading indicator is building permits. A company must get a permit before it can start construction, making this a clear signal of future economic activity. Now, here is a critical exam trap. Initial unemployment claims are also a leading indicator. This is because they represent the very beginning of layoffs. However, the overall unemployment rate or the average duration of unemployment are lagging indicators. The exam will try to confuse you by using the word unemployment. You must focus on whether it's the initial claims, which look forward, or the overall rate, which looks backward. Coincident indicators provide a snapshot of the current state of the economy. They move in step with the business cycle. Examples include industrial production and personal income. While the exam focuses more on leading and lagging, you should be able to recognize these as reflecting the economy right now. Lagging indicators confirm trends that have already happened. Think of them as looking in the rearview mirror. The Consumer Price Index, or CPI, is a classic lagging indicator. It measures inflation by tracking the prices of a basket of goods, but it's reporting on price changes that have already occurred. Gross Domestic Product, or GDP, is another one the exam tests as a lagging indicator. While it measures all economic output, the data is collected and reported for a quarter that has already passed, and it's often revised later. So, it confirms what the economic situation was. It doesn't predict where it's going. Exam questions often ask which indicator would be most useful for an analyst trying to forecast a recession. The answer will always be a leading indicator like the S&P 500 or building permits. For a mnemonic to keep these straight, remember this phrase: smart builders make initial claims. This helps you lock in the key leading indicators: S&P 500, building permits, money supply, M2, and initial claims. If you can remember that these look forward, you can deduce that indicators like CPI and GDP, which report on past events, must be lagging. For free practice questions, AI-powered explanations, and more exam prep tools, visit openexamprep.com. That's openexamprep, all one word, .com.